guys, check it out. Here watching Factor Effects. We're here today with Boomin by the Bay with KSBJ. You're going to see some different things going on tonight. Tonight we have KJ-52 performing live. Anyways, we're going to go into some interviews with different fans, different people about what's going down here tonight. And in a little bit, we're also going to be going to Little Rowdy Anthony, interviewing with KJ-52 about some of the stuff he's doing, about his life for God. Anyways, y'all keep on watching. We'll be right back.
Good morning, boys and girls. I am your teacher today. They call me Mr. Tweezy. The word for today is, he did that. Can you say that? Okay, no, the word is, he did that, not la la. No, it's, I don't think you're listening. Hello? Is this thing on? Bring in the chorus. He went to both.
Hey guys, check it out. We're back with you. I wanted to go ahead and start off and get homeboy here, gangster, Kid Mathews. Anyways, bro, we're here for the first.
Yes.
First.
The
Booming by, right? This might not be the last. We don't know, but now we got brother Kent here. He's gonna be getting it down. Look, man, I'm excited. We're gonna see people's lives change. The funny thing is these outside events reach everybody.
Absolutely.
Dude, tell us what is Boomin by the Bay? Is it some?
Look, it's a free concert. We want to make sure that anybody could come to this if they wanted to. And it's out here in a public place. So people are here shopping, eating, just chilling out, enjoying the boardwalk, riding the bullet, screaming their guts out. And then they can come over here, check out a concert, hear about Jesus. All thanks to the Kima Boardwalk, KSBJ Special Events.
Man, tell us more. What outside? What is this representing? What's happening? What's big going on?
This is the big deal. You know, I got KJ throwing down the first one. Got Hawk Nelson coming up next week. 7 Days Slumber, Super Chick. And it's kind of a kickoff party for this new radio station we're starting up. It's HD2. It's a digital music experience. It's for the kids, the cool kids that like to listen to cool music like Hawk Nelson, Skillet, Switchfoot, people like that.
The people that like jumping off the stages?
People that like jumping off stages.
Right.
It's going to be on the air. It's going to be on the internet, on smartphones. It's going to be everywhere you are, we will be as well.
Let me ask you something, man. We see that stage. Are you going to be jumping off or anything like that we should be expecting?
We don't have insurance for that. I'm very fragile, as you can see.
Okay,
I will not be jumping off. I will be remaining feet firmly planted
Tie
on the
some,
stage.
we could do some pillows. Wrap some pillows around here.
That might work. Just roll me down.
And what's the HD? How's it going to go?
HD?
Yeah, how's it going to go? The channel?
The channel, you can have a digital radio, tune into HD2, or the internet, or smartphones, and in some places on regular radio.
So it's going to be like 89.3.2?
-2, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, y'all heard it. Be watching out. You could always just go to KSBJ.com or check us out at Factor Effects and find more info about what they're doing.
Across this place, everybody just throw your hands to the sky and kind of wave from side to side. If you're feeling alright, I'll be feeling alright. Somebody in the house say, alright, alright. Scream, everybody. You know what? We need to find out which side's gonna get hooked up first. Whether it's my side over here or whether it's your side over there. This side. Now when I say hip, y'all say hop, hip, hip. When I say don't, this side say stop. Don't.
Opening up or y'all performing with KJ?
Yeah. Actually, we're going to open up for him, and then kind of around intermission, we're going to go again.
Well, awesome, man. So what kind of style should we be expecting with what y'all doing?
We're going to try to bring it all to you, try to get you a little bit of tumbling, a little bit of hip-hop, some breakdancing, kind of throw it all at you at once.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And what can you say? I mean, do you do this just because you look good, or do you do this because you love the Lord? What's your focus on why you dancing and stuff?
I dance just because I want to show people that it's okay to dance for God and still have a good time, that being a Christian isn't just about reading the Bible all day long. Like, you can actually have a good time and be a Christian at the same time.
Oh yeah, you got it. I'm going off the stage. Bring it back. that's enough.
I'm really excited. I've never really heard KJ-52, but I've heard he's really fantastic. So I'm really super psyched to see what he's going to bring to the table. It's really exciting to see some fresh, new music, especially for young Christians today.
All right, check it out. How about you, man, the bigger kid?
I'm also here to experience the new sound involved also, and this is my first time also being at Kingdom Boardwalk too, so just to experience the whole thing.
I want everybody to take your right hand, put it like this. Take the other hand, put it next to that one. In about 3 seconds, we're gonna bring this bad boy down. Bring it down with us, here we go, all across his face. Here we go. Keep it going now. Don't stop, don't stop. What? Yeah, we got us stuck in the 80s. We got us stuck in the 80s.
What are you expecting, bro?
Well, KSBJ always does it right, and we reach out and minister in the name of Jesus Christ to those around, and they came here for some great music, and hopefully to lead some people to a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, because that's where it's at.
It's good. Get out here and get some fellowship and praise, man. That's what I'm out here. We'll do the same thing with him and worship God.
That's awesome, man. Is there anything you would like to tell somebody out there that kind of don't know this experience that you would tell them?
Oh, man, come out here because it's a good experience. It's good to come out here and just try it and you'll love it.
Let me make a real clear on this hit shot. Everybody in the house, put it up like I say. Man, I think I'm gonna just get a few fans. You try to take care of me, man, cause the 80s are over, so where have I been? You know what I mean? With the Tom Reed's on the TV and a boombox, take that the CD. Maps to watch G got a ripped in the knee like what? You know what I mean?
Yo, what up? It's your boy Little Roddy, and you're watching Factor FX TV. I'm right here with the boy, one truly, KJ-52. Say what up.
Just hanging here about the sweatiest I've ever been at any show. But I'm on Factor FX. Yeah.
It's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, you know, first off, you know what? One of the things I really want to ask about is your vision. Personally, your vision as a you know, not only an artist but as a minister of the gospel. How has your vision changed or shifted at all in your growth from when you first started to where you're at now?
I think, honestly, it hasn't changed the vision of what I try to do, but I think maybe the execution of it has changed. I think over time, God gives you an idea of what you want to do. The idea was always to share the gospel. The idea always was to entertain. The idea always was to, you know, be excellent at both. Over time, you learn to fine-tune it, and hopefully you never get too comfortable with it. You just always work towards, you know, that goal of just presenting excellence in everything you do and trying to be a, you know, a minister of the gospel. But it's still the same thing when I left youth pastor 10 years ago as it is now, and that's to communicate truth through this mode of hip hop.
So the importance of versatility. I mean, as an artist, as you know, giving something out there for, you know, maybe other artists that are doing Christian hip hop music. Just elaborate a little bit on the importance of versatility.
Sure. Well, I think, you know, honestly, I can say when I first started, all I wanted to do was really impress my friends for what I do. But realistically, we have to realize the world is a lot bigger than we realize it. And it wasn't until I started touring and traveling that I realized that you can have two sort of attitudes when it comes to your music. You can have a come and see attitude, which is kind of like, yo, check out what I got to tell you. Or you can have a, what I call a go and tell attitude, which is, let me find out what the listener is going through or dealing with or what they're looking for, and let me speak to that need. In other words, it's the difference between a preacher who just preaches well but says whatever he thinks versus the preacher that goes out and finds out what his congregation needs and speaks into those needs. And so that, to me, is the most versatile thing you can be. Now, as far as style and music, and the reason why I've been able to have a career for as long as I have is because what I try to do appeals to a mass audience. I'm not concerned with, you know, keeping it so underground or things like that. I'm more concerned with trying to reach as many people as possible with as many modes as possible. So hence, like my new record, I have a song with Funky, who does Spanish rap, but I have a song with 1,000 Foot Crutch, who's rap rock, you know what I mean? to Truth, who's, you know, straight up hip hop. Everything like that. It's about reaching a broad base of people.
On the new cut you got, the new project, what's one of the cuts that you feel really took, you know, a lot of, not so much contemplation, but maybe even some courage, some of the stuff that you wrote about? Because, you know, just on that level, what's one of the cuts on your new project, your latest one?
I wrote a song called Dear God, and it is it's really based on some letters that people have written me, but essentially it's not one of these like everything's okay and I really trust you, God, and it's really almost like, you know, God, if you're really there, why are these things happening? You know, I'm trying to capture what David would write in the Psalms, where he felt so abandoned and so alone, you know, but he still knew God was there. So it's kind of like that aspect. Dear God was a tough one to write, but when I found the right beat that worked with it, then the whole thing just kind of flowed from there.
The line between industry and ministry, you know, for those out there that may be struggling, trying to figure out where that line is at, you know, should I make it so industry-minded and less ministry-minded, and really balancing and walking that line? How does KJ-52 do that?
Well, I think one thing I had to learn is that there is no line, meaning there should never be a line between industry and ministry. Your industry aspect is your ministry as much as your ministry is your industry. The two go hand in hand. In other words, you don't, people would say, oh, I'm doing ministry when I'm on stage. No. That is just one continuation of what you do. When you do excellent music, that's a ministry. Ministry just means service. It means you're serving somebody. So if I make a good product that you connect with, it serves you. So if I'm on stage and I try to do excellence in my music on stage, it's just a continuation. If I get off that stage, I have to take the time to build with people. That's just as important as what I do on stage. It's just as important as me sharing the gospel. It's just as important as any of that. There is no line. The whole thing is ministry. And honestly, the whole thing is industry, whether we like it or not. Meaning, if we're going to be excellent in everything we do, the Bible talks about stewardship all the time. And the stewardship aspect is the industry aspect, is just as important as your ministry. Jesus never separated the two. So,
and I guess on just real quick on that note, I'm talking about even more along the lines of like watering down the gospel just so you can sell records.
Yeah, but you know what, man? The only reason I say, yeah, you can certainly devoid what you do to sell records, but you can do the other thing. There are going to be people that stuff their raps full of Jesus because they know people will buy that. Yeah. Get what I'm saying?
Like Jesus flavor. Just throw some Jesus flavor.
Yeah, it's kind of like people connect with authenticity. So whether or not you're blatant or obvious in what you say, or whether or not you're just doing something that is just an expression of who you are, people connect with that. Case in point, here's what I'm saying. The book of Esther makes no mention of God. That's in the Bible. There's no mention of God. There's no actual mention of God. But if you study it as a book, you realize God is all over that book. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not a watered-down book. It's just you have to look at the bigger picture. You look at the book of Song of Solomon. Some people would say, oh, it's an allegory between God and the church. I'm not going to put that on it. I would say that's a love story. Simple as that. But it is a picture of what godly love should be. You get what I'm saying? So if I do a love song, I'm not watering down the gospel. I'm just hopefully putting that to the principles. But as far as watering it down, man, that's just a hard thing. When people are well, it just really, I'm sorry to make such a long answer. I guess what I'm trying to say is if people are in it for the wrong attitudes, they're just in it. Whether their lyrics are filled with Jesus or they're not. If they water it down, in my opinion, it's no different than the man who builds his house on the rock or the man that builds his house on the sand. The testing and the storms will determine what that rap or that music was built on.
What's one of the things for those that are watching that maybe they're struggling, you know, straddling the fence, just so you can relate to them, to share with them something that God definitely pulled you out of?
Sure. Well, I mean, I could sit here and run down the laundry list of, you know, pornography or alcohol or you know, any of those things, but those are, to me, those things are those are symptoms. The root problem, what I had that God really delivered me from, was a heart of bitterness, meaning junk happens to you, you grow bitter, you grow hurt, you protect yourself, and then you begin to look for other things to fill that void. So, you know, say a guy grows up, he doesn't have a man speaking into his life, so he runs after a gang to fill that void. Or maybe, you know, there's a million things we try to fill it with, but the issue that God delivered me from was the issue of bitterness. stop looking at myself the way I looked at myself and start looking at myself the way God did. And that was what the turning point was.
For those that are watching and viewing that are straddling the fence, or maybe they never even thought about, you know, them being sinful, and knowing that they need a real Jesus to really save them. Would you just say something to those viewers out there? Maybe even finish off with a quick prayer for them.
Certainly. Maybe you're watching this and you know, you find yourself maybe flipping through channels and you're kind of, what's going on? What's happening here? The gospel is very simple. It's just simply that we have messed up. We have missed God's mark. We have not lived up to his standards, and there is a consequence to that. Just like if you break the law, there's a consequence. When you break God's law, there's a consequence. You're separated from God forever in a place called hell. And God said, you're not going to be stuck in that situation. He said, I will give you a way out through my son, Jesus Christ, who will take that punishment for you. And what you're simply, your responsibility from that point is to go, who am I going to live for? What's my next step? And you can just simply, you know, prayer is just talking to God. It's just as that. And I can actually lead you in a prayer right now. You may be in a situation where you're going, well, what do I do next, KJ? Well, you could pray this right here. You could say, Father God, I come before you now. I have messed up. Come into my life. I turn my life over to you. In Jesus' name. And if you meant that, you have to turn away from the wrong things that you've been doing and turn your life over to him. So check out that number right there. You can get some more information about what that's all about. If you're really sincere about that, welcome to the family of God.
Man, you heard it right here. You're watching Factor FX, KJ-52, Little Roddy. That's what's up. Stay tuned.